Alrighty, guys, I have something special today as I have just received in the mail, no longer than 20 minutes ago, Eternal Sevens, the newest game from acclaimed designer Hiroaki Yamamoto, who designed Eternal Decks, and it took the hobby gaming world by storm. So we're really excited about this, and we're going to see, this is what it looks like. As you can tell, it's actually a fairly small box, but I'm going to go ahead and start opening this because, well, what you guys want to see is an unboxing, right? So let's go ahead and start that. So I got my handy dandy knife here. We're going to go ahead and slowly, gently open this up and put that off to the side. And oh, it always feels so good to unwrap a box. And they did such a good job with this. It's embossed, so you can see that it kind of shines a little bit. But man, just look how colorful that artwork is. It's just awesome. Love it. Okay, let's open this up. I'm excited. So we, boom, take this off. We are left with a rule book. This should be the English and Japanese version, so I'm kind of hoping for that. Right now, this is all looks like Japanese. So if worse comes to worse, I have the game, and I can at least try to find the English translation rulebook online. But it looks like there's a casual mode, and that there is a casual mode. Is this? All right. Well, I can't read Japanese, so I don't know exactly what the difference is between those. So let's keep digging in. Let's see what else we've got. Put that off to the side. We have gamer mode. Let's see. This is also in Japanese. So looks like some of those Eternals. All right. Let's put that away because I think this is the English version of the rule book. Yes, it is. Fantastic. Okay. You know, I always worry when I open new games whether or not I'm going to get the right stuff. So we've got our little component list. We've got some of the other components. There is a casual mode, and it sounds like there's a gamer mode. So let's see. There's the game system with a scenario. There's a little bit of a story. And then we have a beginner casual mode. We've got how to play, what to do on your turn, and then a standard casual mode. Okay, so that's the difference between what we saw. One is a beginner casual mode, and one is a gamer one. And then we've got the gamer mode rulebook. I'm very curious to find out what exactly that entails. So now it's gamer mode expert. So we'll see. If anyone's played Eternal Decks, you'll know that the game can ramp up in difficulty really fast, and then there's a pro. So I'm wondering if it follows the same kind of trend of starting with, beginner, then there's standard, then there's pro, or expert, and then pro. It's just that they call one gamer mode now. All right, let's see. So Eternal Decks had that cloth fabric. It looks like this is no different. I'm just going to put that off to the side for a second while I open this. Yum, yum, yum. We've got, oh, look at that. Look at that. Nice cloth. It's pretty hefty. I'm going to try and move this out of the way and get this to, well, it's quite large. It is really quite large. So let's see if I can get the whole thing. I won't be able to get the whole thing on, but you know what? That's okay. Oh my gosh, I cannot grab onto this. All right, so there it is. As you can see, I'll slide it up and around. It looks like we've got some kind of tracks up here with some hearts. There's 3, 4 players. There's even a 3-player marking here. Looks like we've got some spaces for Eternals, some markers. It's been a while since I really followed up on what exactly the game is supposed to entail. I read his design journal, but it's quite long, and I read it a few months back, so I don't really remember exactly a whole lot about it. Looks like some more spaces for cards. But then we've got basically the main part of the board, which is 4 different suits. red, blue, green, yellow. And you will be playing cards to this area. And I do remember that in sevens, I've never played sevens, but you start with 7. But in his game, in this one, you actually can start the run at any of these. So that's what these are for. So that's what I remember. But that's the board. Let's see what else we've got. Go ahead and just put this off to the side for now. Bring this box back. We've got some of this. This might be solo and 2 players, potentially. You put this on the mat itself, I would assume. I know that in Eternal Decks there was something similar to that. And then we've got, it looks like, these are really nice. Oh, they're also embossed, so you've got that UV glare. Oh, look at that artwork. Let's go through this. We've got the golem. And let's see what the backside looks like. Oh, okay. So there's 2 different sides. Okay. So I know in Eternal Decks, one side had that the grayed out version, the one before you had kind of awoken the Eternal. But this one doesn't have that necessarily. So there's the Golem and the Kappa. There's the Jinn and the QB. That's so cute. It's a little 9-tailed fox. I love it. That's my favorite one yet. The Mummy, of course, a classic from Eternal Decks. And we've got the Skeleton also, I believe. I don't remember, actually. I just remember the Mummy because I really like the Mummy. We got the Kraken. Man, I can't wait to read these rules and find out what all this means. I'm so curious about this game, like super, super curious. We've got the Ghost, okay, also from Eternal Decks. And so we've got that. We've got the Mermaid. The Mermaid does something. And the King. Alrighty, and then we've got the Cyclops. And on the back side of the Cyclops, we have the Yeti. And then we've got, I like his little foot. It's fun. Fairy. And the Phoenix. And then we've got the Vampire. And on the back of that, we have the Witch. And then Medusa. And on the back of that, the Minotaur, Barong, Pegasus. And then we've got, these look like slightly different. So if you notice, this is red. Oh, are these like player characters? Oh, they are, I think. Okay, so this is Passion. And let's see what's on the back side. Just a different version of Passion. Okay, very curious. Calm, backside, just the difference. Harmony, and Challenge. All right, very cool. All right, let's bring this box back over here. Start from that top left, just because. And I'll put that right there. And we'll see what's in this little baggie here. I've got some baggies off to the side, ready to go, just in case. You never know. So what have we got here? We've got, ooh, these are really nice, chunky pieces. Ooh, I like that. I'm a fan of that. You might not be able to play with these a whole lot in the sense that, like, you know, you're putting it in setup and then moving it one time, but that's a nice chunky piece. So we've got those. We've got our, it looks like player color pieces that are similar. We've got some hearts, which means you must have life totals. And then we've got, oh, look at this funky sided die. Wow. I think Eternal Decks had something like this too. It's such an interesting way to do a 4-sided die. I really like it though. So then there's these cubes. Don't know what they do yet. We'll find out. What else have we got? We've got another baggie. This looks like the similar discs like you do in Eternal Decks. And it looks like there are 4 per player. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. And oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Beautiful. Love the colors. All right. Then this is the last baggie. Ooh. And then we've got some cards going on over here. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got some nice, thick cardboard. See if I can get it to zoom in. Maybe not. There we go. It's pretty thick. It's nice. It's got a good feel to it. Very much. Then looks like All right. Well, these are tokens. Some of these are just double-sided. These are all sticking to my hands. Got some double-sided X's. Oh man, I cannot wait to play this. My friend was joking right now. He's like, I'm coming over right now to play it. And I said, yeah, you should. So that's that. All right. And I'm just going to put these off to here because we've got our cards. All right. Okay. So let's very gently slide this open. If I can grab it. There we go. Now, I'm wondering if one of these is the Japanese version of the decks, and well, I guess it should be language independent, right? Because it's just numbers. If I can open this, there we go. All right, so we have looks like player aid cards. So looks like you have a few different options. Go out, get rid of all the cards in your hand. Each player takes one final turn, and then the round ends, or a hard pass, or you are just eliminated. Okay, man, this is making me really excited to play this. So, okay, yeah. So there are 4 English ones, and then there are these 4 Japanese ones. So I'm just going to put these off to the side with the other Japanese ones rule books because I'm probably going to just put those away. I'm not going to throw them away. I never throw away anything like that from my games just because if I ever end up selling it, which I don't expect to sell this, but if I ever do, I want to just make sure that I give everyone the right kind of stuff. So we've got our beautifully illustrated cards here. So these were like the wilds from Eternal Decks. Again, just maybe I should flip them upside so you can see it. Right? Just I love this artwork. It's just so good. So we got 4 of those, and then we've got a bunch of purples. And I do remember them saying something about purples being kind of off camera. Purples being wilds, I think, but these all show infinite symbols. So we'll see what happens there. We've got our yellow cards. We've got our green cards. And I've noticed that like the 2 and the 9 on each of these last 2 sets have like an Ouroboros. So curious about that. Same thing on this deck with the blue. And then again with the red. What's really cool is I just noticed that the 10s all have whales, but they're all slightly different. So here's these 3, right? That's really fun. I like that. I like when designers and artists make these cards unique in the sense that it's still a flower or it's still a whale, but it's just slightly different. It makes things, it just elevates it all. It just really does. So that's that. And then we have what looks to be our last thing. Now, this is actually packaged in a slightly different packaging than the cards were. The cards were like in your normal, like kind of cellophane. I had to cut it open. This is just one of those like latchables. Oh, these are not cards. Whoa, these are like thick cardboard. Well, not super thick, but they're cardboard. Oh, wow. Okay. So double-sided, UV embossed or gloss embossed, however you want to call it. So there's a bunch of these. There's a dragon. I remember there being a dragon in Eternal Decks. And yeah, and then there's these time cards. And then some lightning bolts. And then let's flip it over. Let's see what we get. All right, so here's the Eternals. Again, beautiful artwork. The coloring is really the reason I'm such a fan of these games. The use of the varying colors is really fantastic. And I don't think we saw a dragon in that stack of tiles over here, right? But nonetheless, just really, really well done. Okay, so here's what's interesting. So these must be immediate Eternals. They do something immediately, and these must be timed ones. And so looking at it, like this has, a lightning bolt on each of these. All of these has a lightning bolt. And then when we get into the stack, these have timers on them. So this is oh, and another dragon. Okay, how interesting. So I think that'll put there. Actually, I'll put that here since I have space. And now that is the box. Just coming out with this one of these desiccation packets. Otherwise, I think it all fits very nicely. Let's see what we can do when we put it back. So this was in here. We'll put that back there. And then this and this go in there. And then, you know what we're going to go ahead and do is just use the baggies from earlier to put these pieces back. So like this will go in here. And we'll just slot all that back into here. We'll take this and slot all of this back into here for now. Really, I just want to show you guys how it packs back in, because, you know, sometimes you're like, wow, this is not a good insert, or maybe it is a really good insert. And then we have our final baggie right here for these really thick cardboard tokens. And then I'm gonna just put that back there, and then I think these all go right in here. Okay, fits nicely so far. All right, now here's here's the big one. So we're gonna try to nicely do this. So, oh my gosh. Don't let this be indicative of how I fold towels and or blankets. It is what it is. All right. So that's that, and then I'll just fold it again. Again, I'm probably gonna pull this back out and learn it just in a few moments. I just want to see how it all packs back into the box, because I'm always curious. All right, so we'll do that, and then I'm sure I can figure out a better way of putting that in there, but I mean, it doesn't fit poorly, right? And then I'm just gonna put the, oh, you know what we forgot? These two, so we'll just put those right there. And then the rule books. And just like that, you've repacked the game. And there's no real lid lift. I know it looks like there's lid lift, but that's kind of how it came. And when I press, it doesn't, like, it's not like I'm crushing anything or anything. I think that's just how the box is. I think the top lid is just a little bit smaller. So that is Eternal Sevens. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Maybe I'll do some more of these unboxing videos, but I will definitely be talking about this game at some point very soon, as soon as I can get it played more than once. If I can get played this a lot, then I will definitely be reviewing it sooner rather than later. But that is this. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time.